Me?
Hola.
There we are.
Hola.
All right. And Alice, go ahead and use mic 3 right there. I'm
This
gonna
one?
take mic 2 down. Yeah. So take that one down. You go ahead and use that one there, George. Mic 5.
I'm surrounded by mics.
I know.
Like I'm on a triple date here. What's going on?
Hey now. Anyways, all right, it's 6 o'clock on the dot. It is Chips and Salsa. What's going on, everybody? My name is Big Ben. Around the room, we got a lot of people in the house today. Of course, we got Jose, our Jose with the computer. Let's call it that, since of course we're on YouTube right now. If you guys log in to Chips and Salsa TV show, the YouTube. I don't know what that was, but Julian felt the need to assault Jose all of a sudden, but it's all good. Around the room we have Alice and George. What's happening, guys?
Hey.
How are you guys doing? I'm tired. Just got in from Tucson.
You just flew in?
You know,
Your
I
arms
think
are tired.
We're going to have to talk about the AZFRW. Give a shout out to my Arizona Federation of Republican Women. I'm wearing my name tag.
yeah, she looks all official with that name tag.
Yeah.
She's
I think it's the weather that makes everybody feel blah. You look up and it's just all gray, all day. We're used to the sunlight and everything over here.
I caffeinated myself. We'll see.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I grabbed a big iced tea, but either way. Hey, real quick thank yous to everybody who are here as well. Dion and Sonia, the people from in the back who nobody sees, but always makes a big deal, of course, like Jose and these guys. They have always got our backs. And, George, we have people today, right, that are in here?
Annette and her daughter, and she's the name. What's your name?
Hope. Hope in the net.
Hope is in the house.
Oh.
Annette, my friend, and Hope, her daughter, are in the house, and they're going to be on air in a little while. We're just
Okay.
We have
to see what's happening. They come in to kind of hang out with us, or what?
Yeah, they're guests on the show, and they may be regulars. It's all up to them. If they like the show, they'll stick around.
Oh, okay.
We like to grow our familia.
I know our familia keeps growing.
Well, exactly. You know what? Let me give another quick thank you as well to Monica and David Beasley. Monica Lara, who does our logos. If you ever just notice behind us, Jose always puts it in front of you when you guys are trying to watch on TV. And of course, as well, David Beasley, who you just heard a second ago. That's his music, right? That dun, 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 dun.
Both my familia. David is my nephew, and Monica is my great niece.
Wow. And they listen right now on Central City Radio.
They probably
The
are.
apps,
They're both
right?
in Land of Enchantment. And if not, they're going to listen
Land of
later, right, on
Enchantment.
the podcast or
On YouTube. Wow. Nicely done. All righty then. Well, that's all good. Either way, we got a lot of things happening today. And, of course, if you didn't notice, our sheriff, well, some people think it's great. Other people think he needs to go ahead and relax and chill out. But Sheriff Joe in the news again. National news, yes. And this time, I guess apparently they're going to put him up on contempt, guys, right?
Stacy, civil contempt.
Civil contempt.
For the spring.
All right. So our internet question of the day today is going to say this. Sheriff Joe going to contempt. Do you think it's good or bad? Are you happy that he's fighting against who's he fighting against? The federal government, right? This is really what it is, right? It's a federal judge, right, Alice?
Well, I'll tell you real quick here. U.S. District Court Judge Murray Snow announced during a Thursday telephone conference he will oversee a civil contempt of court proceeding against the six terms, Maricopa County Sheriff during a 4-day mini trial in April. This judge has repeatedly threatened to level criminal or civil contempt proceedings against the office. The judge spent the past week reviewing pleadings in which attorneys for Ohio tried to persuade Snow not to take the monumental step. But here we go, and Sheriff Joe didn't have any comment on the announcement, but probably.
Whoa!
Can't.
Sheriff Joe did not have a comment. That's a rarity. The man has a tank. I can't believe he does not have a comment.
We need to get the sheriff in here. I think.
I think we've spoken to him before. So
no, he may not, because this is
Now, I will say one thing. One, we are the media, and two, we do have obviously we don't have our little Spitfire Carla in today, as well as Martin. Both of them are out today. What's going on with them? I know Carla's not feeling well. She hit me up and said she was having really bad migraines to the point where she couldn't even stand. But where's Martin?
Well, we have to give a shout out and some prayers also. Martin's mother-in-law had a fall, and I think she broke her nose.
Oh my gosh!
So he ended up at the hospital. That's where he is right now. They're taking care of her. So we hope that she gets well and the best that she can be. So he's not going to be here.
Oh my
He was supposed to return after a couple of weeks, just when it rains it pours, I guess.
Wow.
Next
Holy
week.
smokes. Okay. Well, Martin, take care of your mother-in-law and all that kind of stuff. I've always wanted to take care of my mother-in-law. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
I had to throw that one
Bad
in
joke.
there.
Yeah, you know, it's all good. So, hey,
Soon.
too soon? Too much? Yeah. Okay. My bad, guys. Anyways, so Sheriff Joe, do you like what he's doing? Do you not like what he's doing? Let us know on all of our social media stuff: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of them. Exactly. What else is going on? Oh yeah. We have a big event happening in less than 2 weeks, Alice, George? Patriots?
Yeah, Patriots in the park. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We've been announcing that.
It's March 14th.
March 14th.
Park.
Right, which is off of, was it Alta Vista?
Alta Vista between 7th Street
and Central. Right, so it's real easy to find. It's right behind the McDonald's I do my event every year for Thanksgiving. So this is going to be a pretty fun time. I'm excited about it. And if you don't know all the details, I'm going to have it right here in front of my face now. They're going to be having raffles. There's going to have free food, games. For everybody looking over my shoulder at YouTube, there you go. It's right next to St. And if everybody can bring 5 canned food items to donate, it's going to St. Vincent de Paul. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Any donations.
Really?
Whatever you want to bring.
Awesome. So, yeah, great things are happening. You got to be there. I want to see your face. I've been at a few of the meetings where they're talking about all the stuff they're doing. It's getting crazy. I'm excited.
One of the most exciting things, too, for Chips and Salsa show is we will be emceeing the event.
Really?
We have some really good speakers. Christine Jones going to make it by. The Reverend Jackson, who you heard last week here, is going to do a speech. Gabby Mercer, who ran for office.
From Tucson?
From Tucson.
Wow.
So we're going to have some good people out there to talk.
Holy smokes. Yeah, so come on out, guys. It's going to be a great time, you know. Now, back to Sheriff Joe real quick, because that's our topic right now. So is he in trouble because of something he did or something he did not do? Do you guys know yet?
Well,
or is it based mostly on the stuff that has been going on? I know he was in trouble before because they said he was profiling, right?
Well, the judge cited a lot of areas of concern, and the office's failure to disclose information to plaintiffs that requested private trial. All information possessed by sheriff's office regarding traffic stops, and they're just, the bottom line that I see for this, I call it net neutrality. That just sounds like, oh, it's so friendly. They're going to be neutral. Everybody's going to be equal and free, and it even has a little bit, if you think about it, socialistic, communistic tone to it.
It totally does. It totally does. Neutrality, that almost sounds like social. Everybody has a right. Everybody should be taken.
Like everybody gets it now. No one's going to miss it.
Hey,
right.
Ben, do you think maybe if we lose the internet, we can just go to Morse code and have our program on Morse code?
We could, but I'm not going to be doing the on mine. It's just not going to happen. The amount of stuff I'm already saying. You kidding me? Huh?
Imagine that over the theme song.
Nice beat though, huh? Oh my goodness.
How concerned are you about this? I mean, it sprung up, and people aren't being affected yet. So I think, like you say, if you're watching the Super Bowl or something, and then all of a sudden the TV's buffering, what? Something's happening to my TV? What? It's going to hit home, right?
I would love to think that, but if you start to think about, we've had 100 years of tax. There's never been a true revolt against the IRS and income taxes, because that was one of the biggest socialistic things, Social Security. Once these things are in,
you can't get rid of them.
You can't get rid of them, and people just seem like, even us, we just seem like, well, it's just in there. What can we really do? Exactly. And this kind of is the same thing. It's just going to be, oh man, it's TV's buffering again. I guess is how it's going to have to be. And I just don't see people truly, I figured, okay, well, with Obamacare, okay, well, people really see what it truly is. They'll be, this is how it is.
And they go into people's fear. Like Social Security, they go to the older people like myself and say, well, you're going to lose all your money, all your benefits. So we have to vote for the Social Security. The income tax, the same thing. People's fear. If they stop the income tax, the country won't get money. The country can't pay their bills. And I mean, they get these programs started, and then they go on your fears, just like welfare and food stamps. I mean, it's just stuff that just never ends. It never ends.
Never ends.
Like this tax, the IRS is going to tax us now if we don't have insurance. It's never going to end now. It's never going to end.
And, one of the things, though, Chips and Salsa show being on your radio station, CentralCityRadio.com, I think because you have obviously a younger listenership, hopefully they're getting information. Some of them may not even really pay that much attention and have no idea.
They're not. I'll be honest with you. I know they're not. I mean, I'll bring up different conversations like this, like net neutrality with my daughter. And my daughter's like, what are you talking about, Dad? Why are we talking about this? And I'm sitting there thinking, well, yeah, because it really doesn't physically affect them. Because it doesn't affect them, they don't see it. They don't feel it. They'll feel it later on, or they will become the generation that just got used to it. You know what I mean?
And that goes for just the entire picture overall when it just comes to overall freedom and freedoms, because we don't know what it's like to have to escape a country to get to somewhere because of these oppressive dictators and government systems. We never had to do that. We don't know what it's like, and so just I guess that's just human nature. When you don't really know what it's like, you take it for granted. Therefore, until it's gone, and even then, you might even miss it. And I tell you, a good example of that. If y'all remember the Jonestown?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a perfect example. To the very end, there were people in that dude's corner. Say, hey, we're gonna die tonight. Hey, this is what we're supposed to do.
This is what we're supposed to do.
And frankly, I see that with just how this country is. To the very end, people will just be down with, take care of me, make it free. I don't care. Just
I deserve it.
I deserve it. Whatever freedom you'll lose to help you feel safe, to help you make sure you have your next meal. People will just ride that socialistic, communistic bandwagon.
Breakdown in free thinking. An inability to think.
Big time. ChipsandSalsaShow.com is the website. Woo, boy, this is have some opinions on. If you have one, let us know on all our different things, whether it's on our website, on our Twitter, Instagram, or on our Facebook.
And thank you very much, Julia, for coming on the show and talking about net neutrality. I know you got to leave.
I like it when you guys invite me on.
Always good.
He'll be on many times. Yeah. But today he's got to leave.
Can we get a price break on that payment? No.
Price break. We'll talk next month. We'll talk next February.
Hopefully we'll be on next February right here on Chips and Salsa. Be back in a minute, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Pep Talk Center.
Thanks for seizing on me.
Because it affects you more than it affects us.
we are back. You are listening to Chips and Salsa, the Chips and Salsa show. We heard here every Saturday night at 6 p.m. with Big Ben.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. George of the Jungle.
Hola.
George Ortiz. I'm Alice Lara, and we have Sonia and Dion, our social media, and little Jose, who has YouTube internet going on. And in just a few moments, we're going to talk to a special guest here, George Ringan. But I want to remind you guys, this is a special show. Do you know
really?
what show this is? This is number 18, numero 18.
Oh, wow.
We're legal now. We can vote.
So legal. My goodness.
All right, George, what did you
Very
do?
cool. Yeah, I don't know. George is
Trying to distract
redecorating,
me?
and he's adding
Okay,
some other
everybody
things.
got headphones? Right on.
Everybody good? That one you might only hear one side, but it's all good. It'll still work.
This is, we're operating on a shoestring budget.
It's not even shoestring.
It works.
Things that work don't work now. It's all good.
And they're still, the net neutrality is still trying to make us.
I know, exactly. They still want it.
Man,
wow.
That was a great segment with Julian. And I want to just give a shout out. Today, this weekend, I had a really great weekend. As some of you listeners know, I am the president of Central Republican Women of Phoenix.
Wow. Now, was it the whole week? Was it the weekend, or was it the whole week?
It was the whole weekend. We started out really more like Friday. We were there on Thursday. What it is, it's the AZFRW, Arizona Federation of Republican Women, and there are a bunch of us local clubs all over the state.
I'm a member. I'm a Quaker.
And you are a Quaker. He's an associate member because he's a man. But
wow.
It's for women.
Wrong chromosome, bro.
I know. We sit in the sidelines.
But it's cool. Our quads are important too. And they all are under the umbrella of the Arizona Federation of Republican Women. And nationally, every state has a federation.
Wow.
And there's a National Federation of Republican Women. And this September is kind of a big deal because we're having our national convention in Phoenix.
Goodness gracious. So that means all of them are going to be over here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. I think we have about, I want to say 90,000 members.
There's going to be 90,000 conservative women downtown?
They probably won't all come.
Holy moly.
But it is a big deal. We had a really good program. Cindy McCain was there. As you know, Senator McCain's wife.
She provided the Budweiser?
Darn it.
What?
She didn't.
You know her mom, her family kind of... Yeah, definitely, man. I would have assumed she'd have been rolling in with the big trucks and the Clydesdales. And, yeah.
But she did talk about human trafficking. It was really a very moving segment because it was about kids. And we don't realize that that's going on here in the United States. Young kids and you sell human lives.
Oh, man.
One of these days, when Carla comes back, Carla knows a lot.
It's a real bummer that she wasn't here tonight because she'd be all over that. She'd want to know more about it.
And it's very hard, you can tell, for her to even talk about it. But it was amazing. And we also had Nancy Salmon, who is Matt Salmon's wife. And as you know, there was a big vote that went on this week, and she got up there and she had a text from her husband, Representative Salmon, Congressman Salmon, and he was coming back. They had a lot of weather back in D.C.
Right.
And one of the things in his text is it was a rough week for Republicans, but he did say, he says, I will not vote against or for anything rather that's unconstitutional. So it was pretty heavy hitting. It was really well done. And one of the things too, this is kind of on the lighter side, and I hope when Carla gets back we can have a show about this, and Annette can weigh in too. And we had a little deal about how men and women communicate differently. It was to assist us in communicating better, and we can always talk about that. But I just wanted to give a quick shout out because it was a good time. And of course, as you all know, I'm conservative. And if you're ever interested in
no, you're not conservative.
Yeah, and I know you're not a Republican. Because Latino Republicans we really don't exist.
No, we don't.
Yeah. You guys,
we're made up. Yeah. Wish Carla were here. I'm missing that, Jen. So what I'm going to do now, though, thank you for letting me do that. I am going to turn the show over to Mr. George so you can introduce our special guest.
Yes, I'd like to introduce Annette. She's a good friend of mine and a good Republican. And her daughter, Hope. And they're here as guests on the show, and they may be here a few more times if they like the show. They're just checking us out. You want to introduce yourself, Annette, and your daughter, Hope?
My name's Annette, and so my other half.
I'm so glad that you brought Hope.
Annette and Hope
here.
Got to keep hope alive.
We just came to check it out and see what's going on.
Oh, welcome.
The valley all
oh yeah, unfortunately, it's so hot.
A true native of Arizona.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry. I had this for earlier for Carla and Martin, and neither one of them showed up, so I feel like I needed to play it.
I'll take your place. We'll take your
There
place.
you go. Ah, nice. Good job. Sorry about that. Now go ahead. So, wow. Well, so are you from, what side of town are you from, Annette?
Well, we live on East Phoenix on 21st Street, Thomas.
Oh, okay,
We used
cool.
to live over there where the airport was at.
Uh-huh.
On, what is it, Mojave area.
Right. South Phoenix, kind of right by the airport.
The area that got bought out from the airport.
Oh, yeah.
The churches.
Yeah, so we used to live there.
Wow. Cool. So you heard about us through George, or?
Yeah.
Ah, as George takes photos of the video that's being shot of himself.
He's being no.
Do you listen to some of our shows?
I mean, I try to, but I don't know. I'm almost having trouble with my computer.
Hopefully we have all those technical difficulties.
Yeah, we'll get you the app.
It was me,
It's usually me. It's okay. Well, cool. It sounds like we had a great time with all that, Alice. Now, what's the next step? What's going to happen next for you guys?
What's going to happen next for us?
For the federal
back to
Republicans, women's, whatever it is.
You have a meeting coming up this Thursday.
We
Dinner.
have a meeting coming up, and we have a great guest. If anybody would like to come, it's Laura. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about this. We have David Kopp from Arizona Civil Defense talking about Second Amendment. As you know, this week Obama is banning bullets.
He's banning bullets.
How are you banning the bullet?
Our Second Amendment away.
Whoa, okay, what kind of bullets? Is it something like
assault rifle?
These are for the AR-15, right? They're like the regular bullets that are used.
Uh-huh.
That's what he wants to do. So we can't ban
Can
the
you
guns,
still
so it
shoot
takes away
a
the
different
bullets.
type of bullet with
Well,
the AR-15?
once you start banning one type of bullet, it opens the door for more regulations and more banning. And what they're going to do is they'll not take the bullets away from the people. They're going to force the manufacturers to stop making them, and then there won't be the bullets available. And then if they get, they'll start getting the regular. You know how the government is. They'll start regulating the type of shotgun pellets to come out of shotgun bullets, and it's just like once you open the door. That's why we have our freedom. We have our freedoms in the Constitution to bear arms.
It's not even 1984. It's a brave new world out there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in just a minute with more of Chips and Salsa. Hold on. Oh, yes. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Our fourth segment of the night. This is one that I really like. And, of course, today I'm gonna do the military moment. You know what? Today it is. This one is, Alice, because this one I'm sending out to my uncle. This is our military moment for the day, and I want to make sure that we put out our sponsor, Vet Ads. Vet Ads. These guys are phenomenal. They're printers. They will do everything from a small business card all the way up to the side of a building. And George is passing me something right now that's showing me.
And if you look at the banner that Jose puts up there, that was done by Vet Ads.
I don't know what this has, George, on me, other than.
They did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I know, and I'm looking at the proof they just sent us for our new banners and everything, and they look phenomenal. They look really, really good. And, of course, our business cards and everything, they're looking pretty awesome. So I wanted to... Here, go ahead, take things. Okay, what am I looking at over here now?
Show and tell.
I guess so. Here, wow.
Okay. Great guys, though. They help vets set them up in business, and it's a nonprofit organization. They're here local. And it's run, our good friend Lee Hanna, he is a vet, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the great part about it. These guys they get behind, and I love how they say, we support veterans, we serve those who serve, which is kind of cool. So it helps people who were in the military, who are having a hard time getting a job or stuff like that. They help them find a business, or they create a business with them, so that way they can start becoming gainfully employed. It's a pretty awesome spot. And, we want to thank them because they're jumping in as our military moment sponsor. And today's military moment, I had to do my Uncle Nava. I always just call him Uncle Nava because, guys, I'm sorry, I did not hit the button for the stupid podcast. Uncle Nava. He's my uncle who married my oldest aunt. My dad has 7 siblings, and she was the oldest. And he was a Army veteran. He was in the Army back during the Cuban Missile Crisis and all that stuff. Yeah, back in the 60s, and he did that whole thing. And then the crazy part, I thought he was he'd been in it for years and years and years. He only did one term. I thought he was in there for a lot longer than that. Well, I called my Uncle Tony a little bit ago, and he gave me details about it. He says, well, no. He went to the military. He did his time. He came to Fort Worth, where that's where he met my Aunt Yoli. Fell in love, got married, had a whole bunch of kids, all that kind of stuff. But he went back and retrained again and became like an evac and air conditioning specialist and all that kind of stuff, and then became one of the first Latinos to have a very high-ranking position over at General Dynamics. And for people who don't know what General Dynamics is, it's a big, big government contract company. They do things like planes, helicopters, all that kind of stuff. And so he was one of the first Latinos way back in the day that, that wasn't just, you remember back in the day, you had all the people who were kind of in charge, and there were just a whole bunch of white stuffed shirt people, and then you had all the Latinos doing the work.
It was a big deal. They were still breaking into the corporate.
Yeah, we were breaking that glass window, and he broke it. He was one of the first ones over in General Dynamics to break that glass, and it's pretty awesome. And the reason why I wanted to make him the military moment of the day today is because at this moment he's actually still alive with us, but he has colon cancer, and he is. It has come to the point where actually they've called my dad, and he flew out just a few days ago because they said, yeah, it's going to be any minute. He's going to be gone any minute now and everything. And he's had it for quite some time. I guess he's gone through all the stages of the cancer, and now they're just waiting on him to finally pass away. So I wanted to take the military moment and salute my Uncle Nava. Uncle Nava, you're awesome. You're special. And
Joe Nava?
Joe Nava, yes.
We're going to pray for him.
Absolutely. And whatever the situation may be, if it's his time to go, that he goes soft and nicely and quietly and comfortably, and if he's going to stick around longer, that he gets totally healed up. But either way, I know that that's been a pretty crazy situation going on with my family, and I want to just thank him for his service, because he did go out there. Yes, sir.
This is not military.
Sure.
My sister's gotten better. She came. She came to the guard shack yesterday. She surprised us. She drove herself over there.
She was in hospice.
Yeah, she's still under hospice, but she's lost a lot of weight.
They let her drive?
Yeah. And she's walking. She came in. She wanted to actually go to the front window and do we had a line of truck drivers just waiting to be processed. And she's like, here, I'll help. And my niece is the supervisor now. And she goes, no, you're not employed no more. I go, let her. She wants to work on the window. Let her. She worked for like half an hour
Wow.
on the front window with us.
Wow.
And then, of course, she left after that. And I mean, she felt really good. She wanted to do it. She wanted to.
Really?
I mean, it made her feel good to help us. And it was like, we told her, go ahead and go home, just. But she looked so healthy. I was surprised. I had already wrote her obituary. We were talking about it yesterday when she got there. I said, I was writing your obituary on Facebook. She
fooled you.
I know.
Wow.
She fooled everybody. I mean, she's doing really good. We're all still praying for her because her heart is still weak, but she's gotten a lot of strength. And she was Margaret, my sister Margaret Ortiz.
Wow. Yeah, big time. Oh my
so
gosh.
I
you know what? I'm okay with that all day long, you guys. This is pretty awesome. She's not military, but still, definite prayers to all of them, and Uncle Nav out there as well. Our military men, we just want to take a moment and salute them because it's such a big thing. Also, this is kind of military-ish, but I always want to make sure that we promote the other things going on at Central City Radio, and Charlie Ellis, he's on every Monday morning. I want to make sure we give him a little bit of love and whatnot like that, so that way we can check that out. Yes.
He has a really good show for what he does. He doesn't do a lot of politics on his show. But if you want to find out all kinds of different veterans programs and nonprofits and things, he's got some really
that dude kills me, you guys.
Good guess, but
I've never seen a guy who works harder all the time.
He happens to be half Latino. I have to throw that in.
Yeah.
Chips and salsa.
And he turns around. I've never seen. I talked to him once, and I was like, "Hey, so what's going on?" He's like, "Oh, I'm doing this and doing that." I said, "Okay." I go, "So where are you going from now?" I think the last time we had him on the air here, and he goes, "Well, I'm going to go back because I have to finish retiling this guy's house." And I went.
And he's a plumber. What? And he's a plumber.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but his organization, they rebuild homes for people. Kind of like what is the other one that they do? Habitat for Humanity and things like that. But he's doing it, so like he gets everything donated and
he'll do everything. He came to our women's club, to Central Club of Women in Phoenix, and he spoke about the club. And it's someone there had, I have a dishwasher that I went, okay, I'll pick it up. I was gonna pick it up the next day because somebody needed a dishwasher. I mean, you're right. He's everywhere.
Yeah, and the more and more that I talk to him, I just get more and more tired. I'm like, dude, I gotta take a nap. We can't talk. We can't talk for a while. I gotta go rest up.
WTFO Radio is the name of the show.
Every Monday at 8 a.m. All right, guys, we're going to take a moment, pause for the cause, come back, find out who weighed in and who didn't weigh in. All righty, right here on Chips and Salsa. You guys hold on.
So he's not. He doesn't tell.
And we're back, guys. Am I doing this one as well? Was I bringing it?
Everything if you'd like, though. You know, we can talk about, because I had a question to bring this in.
Okay, Alice, go ahead.
At this moment, at your regular listener of our show, we always do we're keeping up with Big Ben's weight. He's trying to lose weight, and we're all trying to get more healthy. But I have a question for you.
Okay.
Big Ben seemed to be smaller than little Ben.
Mini Ben, Big Ben.
Mini Ben. I want to know, Obama's banning bullets. So is Big Ben banning bullets?
No, never. Are you kidding me? That right there would be just sacrilege, if you will. Well, it depends. It depends on who's making it. If it's a bad burrito, then yeah, I think it needs to be taken off the shelf and person should be taken out and shot. But if it's a good burrito, like my abuelita's burritos or something like that, no.
Annette's,
That's just
what
wrong.
was it, your son that was making the tamales?
Yeah.
They were like,
No. And it was his first time, yeah. So he did really well.
They were good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Did
cool.
you make the masa too?
His grandpa did.
Wow, nice.
Oh, my dad.
Authentic.
When my dad used to be, my dad's a pastor, but when he was a young pastor, he was still not married and everything, and so he would go to his church with all the little abuelitas, and every Saturday that was they would always make tamales. So when my dad got married to my mom, yeah, he already knew how to make tortillas, tamales, all this kind of stuff where everyone else was. I'm telling you, man, people were like, you know how to do that? He's like, oh, yeah, because all the little abuelitas used to push him in there and make him learn. So he always makes tamales and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm not banning burritos. On the contrary, I'm a burrito-free city right here. It's all good, But it is our weigh-in time, and Alice, where are you at?
Well, I've kind of been a bad girl today.
Whoa, hey now.
I'm drinking. I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper, a real Dr. Pepper. I haven't had one in months. I cheated. I was, in Tucson eating. We ate at a Mexican restaurant. We drank.
Did you go to BK's?
No, went to the place called Leo's. We had dinner.
well, that's why you're all chipper. You have a few margaritas today.
That was yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
That was yesterday.
They kick it late.
Yeah, it's good. But so I haven't weighed myself. In all honesty, I have not weighed myself. But I think I'm probably about 117. I probably gained a pound or two. Yeah, a pound.
Really?
That's what I'll say. And I forgot to bring in the scale. Sorry about that. But there's always next week, right?
Selective memory there.
George, where you at?
I'm still at 176.
176, huh?
Yep, it hasn't gone up or
It's
down.
good though. You're not gaining. It's maintaining.
I know. It's just.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I've lost weight or gained weight or whatever because I was a very bad boy all week. Not once. You guys notice on Facebook I put that one video. I literally walked in, went and weighed in, posted it on Facebook, and walked right back out. Did not even work out. I felt so bad.
Weren't you sick too?
I was. I was 2 or 3 of these days. I started to look like Carla, who put a picture of herself on Facebook saying, "I'm so sorry, I miss you guys." Yeah, she's got drugs, and she says, "Wish I was on the show tonight, but I'm still listening to it with my migraine medicine handy." Hope everybody's listening, or how are you listening to the show tonight? Chips and Salsa Show, Central City Radio. So she's still pushing it out there and whatnot. But guys, I did not go at all. I was going to go yesterday, but then I'm trying to remember what happened. My wife wanted to go to lunch, so I went and ate and still worked out. So I'm assuming I'm 500 pounds right now, 600 pounds. I'm assuming. I can't. It was one of those this whole week, usually, and I know George called me a couple times and caught me a couple times. I'm like,
yeah, he sounded sick.
Yeah.
You gotta have a week like that.
Was it my cheat week?
Now, do you work out? How many times do you usually work out?
At least 2 to 3 times a week now.
So you really haven't, and you probably missed it, I bet.
Oh yeah.
You're in the routine.
Well, you know what I started noticing? One, not only did I start losing my muscle tone, but then I started feeling like, you know what atrophy is? Like if you don't do something, or if you started doing something and then you stop, your bones start to hurt and it starts to your muscles start to feel weird. That's what I started to feel. I was like, oh man, and my back started hurting. That's why I was in bed a couple of those days, because I was literally like, oh, I can't move. My back was hurting and whatnot, but it was hurting in between the shoulder blades, which goes right to my heart. So it was making feel like I was like, am I getting old? Yeah, I was doing the whole, what was a red fox? I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming. But I was just, I finally just, I was like, you know what? But this week was, I don't even know where I'm at.
I will tell you though, being up there in Tucson, I didn't have time. I needed to eat something real quick, and I had a bag of meat chips. I actually did because I.
Did you do eat? You ate meat chips?
And I said, you know what? I'm just going to eat these.
We're waiting to hear from them.
And you know what? It filled me up. I could barely finish the bag because it is like a meal. It's over 300 calories.
And then, have you ever heard of meat chips?
No, I haven't.
Okay, meat chips are this. It's a new type of like potato. Well, you know, like you get potato chips, whatever. But they're made out of meat. Mm-hmm. And it's a bag, and you eat it, and it tastes like normal. You know, was it nacho cheese chips?
This one had I remember the salsa chips or something. It had a little bit of hotness too. It was good.
Really? Yeah, and they're really good, but they're made out of like turkey or chicken or something like that.
And the high quality processed chicken.
Right. So you get like a real shot of protein because it's compared to the other ones made out of corn or potatoes. These are actually made of nothing but meat. So it's really, really good. And now that we've given a major sponsor to Meat Chips, hey guys,
send them the bill.
You need to go ahead and cut that check. So yeah, apparently everybody was bad. Luckily, our Cafe Press, you can go to it, you can buy your shirts, and compared to me, I'm gonna have to buy them a little bit bigger now. So hopefully, I was trying to get them smaller and smaller and smaller, and.
But you know what, Ben? It's a brand new month for March. George, I think this is the month we're going to start it up again. We're going to do, and anybody out there, you can join us. Maybe go
and call in and tell us
how many
pounds you've lost.
Encourage us. Show us your exercise videos or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
I will say another thing. Most of the time, you guys always encourage me on Facebook. This week, not one single encouragement from anybody, so I blame all of y'all. Wow. No, I'm kidding. Well, I put it. Go ahead.
Oh, I have to say, did you guys see what I posted on our Chips and Salsa? That big giant horse? Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. What was that?
One of our chips. It was an actual horse, and the horse was like 2 feet higher than the man that was next to it.
Yeah.
So Martin Galarza, who is one of our Chips and Salsa Facebook listeners, fans, he puts on there and goes, yeah, this horse is big enough to have a couple of my tias on it. It was pretty funny.
Wow.
My larger tias on it. I thought that is, our Latino humor.
We had a lot of hits on that one. 118
If you haven't seen it, go to our site and see it.
Absolutely.
It was really good.
Well, guys, we're almost out of time. We're about ready to take off from here. But any other things from you guys before we go any further and whatnot? What's happening this week for y'all?
Well, she's having a dinner at the...
Who is she?
Alice.
Alice? Oh, yes, Alice.
There's a lot of she's in there. Alice having a dinner, Republican Women's...
Thursday, Central in Phoenix. Go to the Facebook site, and George will be there hopefully. And we have a great second-minute speaker. It's always great. And what do you got, George?
We have the Republican meeting on Wednesday. We're kind of getting all the LDs together to promote PC recruitment, and that's going to be the main topic, PC recruitment, and how that's precinct committeemen in your areas, that people that want to be involved in the Republican Party. That's what we do, to go out and encourage people to join and be part of the system.
I'm trying to get our float together for our Phoenix Pride Week.
It'll
be pretty neat. It's nice. My ass list chaps are almost made, so that'll be kind of neat. With my boa. Huh?
I think we should have a float like that.
Well, I'm working on a pink Cadillac. I thought that would be kind of a cool little thing, kind of hey, but at the same time a little Mary Kay. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of neat. Hey, there you go. So now, why am I even asking anybody? Alice, if you know someone, pretty and pink. Hey now, no, we got a lot of things. Go ahead, George. What were you gonna say?
How did you guys like the program and that? And Hope.
No pressure.
Will you be
back? No twisting of the arms.
He's off with the axe in the back. No, it's interesting. You learn something new every week. Every day.
Right. We're always looking for feedback too. Let us know what we're doing.
If you love it, let us know a lot. If you don't love it, don't tell a single soul. So it's all good,
What about the questions for Sheriff Joe? Any questions? Send them to YouTube. Send them to Twitter. And we're going to try to have him here on the show.
He's a spokesperson.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're almost out of time, but let's go ahead and leave it with this. Patriots in the Parks is this in 2 weeks, okay? So not this Saturday coming up, but the Saturday after that, the 14th, over Repulso Park. It's going to be a fun time. If you don't come out, you're going to miss out. You're going to see everybody and their mom out there. It's going to be fun times. All righty. Anything else from anyone else?
I want to give a shout out to Deo's Landscaping because I have a new backyard. and maybe get him here for a minute or so sometime.
Oh yeah, you talking about all the stuff in the back and everything? I got a joke about that. I don't know if you guys have heard this one already. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Time?
Okay. We have time. We always have time. All right. So the question is, how many Mexicans does it take to? Oh wait, they're already done.
It's done. That's how they are.
It's
That's how fast they are. James,
Yep. There you go.